Hey everybody, Joseph Rothschild here, aka MBT, and I just want to show you the deck that I've been playing for the last couple of weeks in Duel Links. For those of you unfamiliar, Duel Links recently released the Zexal World, and it included Xyz. About 2 of them are playable, but it included Xyz, alright? If anything can make rank 4 spam work, it's going to be this deck. If you'll indulge me today, I'd like to give you a quick overview of what the deck is capable of, the skill that enables it, the card by card, and a gameplay video. So firstly, every deck in Duel Links has a skill. This is a special ability that is native to your deck. Many decks elect to play a generic consistency boosting skill like Balance or Restart, but we're playing a skill that enables the archetype, ONOMATAPREPARE. This allows you to return 2 Zubaba, Gagaga, Go-Go-Go, or Do-Do-Do cards with different names from your hand to the deck, to add 2 Zubaba, Gagaga, Go-Go-Go, or Do-Do-Do monsters with different names from your hand to your deck. Now, this skill can only be used once per duel, but we're an OTK deck and care very little about that. This is an incredible consistency boosting tool. You have 3 Onomat monsters you want to open every game, and you can guarantee you're going to find the material in order to tuck 2 back and fetch the ones you're missing. Ideally, you want to open Onomatopoeia, Zubaba Bancho, Gagaga Coat, and Gagaga Mancer. Now, you can tuck anything for Onomatopoeia, including Gagaga Bolt, but you can only get back monsters, so be careful how you use it. In terms of individual cards, we are playing Utopic Onomatopoeia. This card may be familiar for some of you that played Adamantipator in the TCG a couple of formats ago. It's that powerful of a rank 4 engine. It was seeing play in the TCG. Now granted there, it was used to facilitate block dragon searches, and here we're making Utopia and passing, but, you know, perspective. Utopic Onomatopoeia is treated as every Onomat card and allows you to special summon 1 apiece of a Zubaba, Gagaga, Go-Go-Go, and Do-Do-Do monster from your hand in defense position. Now, it does lock you into Xyz, but who really cares, right? We're only playing those. Now, Zubaba Bancho Gagaga Coat is important for 2 reasons. Firstly, it's a free special summon from the hand if you control a Gagaga. Secondly, it specials a monster from the graveyard if you've got a Go-Go-Go or Do-Do-Do in there. But interestingly, it's also a Zubaba. That ends up being relevant a ton of the time, as everything else in the deck is a Gagaga, and otherwise Utopic Onomatopoeia would only be summoning 1 monster. After that is Gagaga Mancer. This is another Reborn from Graveyard card. You can target a Gagaga in your graveyard to bring it back, but it does lock you into Gagaga monsters specifically for the rest of the turn. Very, very limiting in terms of your options in the extra. This is extremely frustrating when you normal a Gagaga Mancer and the only Gagaga in graveyard is Gagaga Sister. You can level modulate to 6, but there's no rank 6 Gagaga, so you're out of luck. Speaking of, we're playing 3 copies of Gagaga Sister. This might be too many. When normal summoned, this card allows you to add a Gagaga spell trap from your deck to your hand. Gagaga Bolt is our target of choice. This card's insane in Duel Links. Popping a card, man. Just so absolutely powerful. But you'll notice it's also a rank 2. Now, it does have a level modulation effect. You can target it and another Gagaga monster to combine their levels together and access the rank 6 toolbox. But you run into a little bit of a problem insofar as her search effect only triggers when normal summoned, and Utopic Onomatopoeia, by and large, is the card you want to normal summon more. That said, there are scenarios in which you can go Utopic Onomatopoeia, summon Gagaga Sister effect in order to target Utopic Onomatopoeia, make a rank 6 like Swordbreaker, detach, and then Zubaba Bancho Gagaga Coat to bring back the Utopic Onomatopoeia and make a rank 4. It has utility, even if it's not searching its associated card. We're also playing 3 Forbidden Lance. I hate this card. It's really bad, but we're an OTK deck and we don't have any other way of nullifying back row. It also decreases the attack of monsters. Gagaga Samurai is an incredibly powerful card, but tops out very early. This is a great way to get it to get over things. And then we've got 3 Gagaga Bolt, of course, as explained earlier, and 2 Hatrunade, which is a great way for decks that aim to go second and OTK to nullify back row. In the extra, we've got Gagaga Cowboy, which comes up a little more infrequently than he did in the TCG. They halved all effect damage because you only have 4,000 life points in Duel Links, and thank goodness for that. I was sick of losing the Lava Golem, but Cowboy still does occasionally matter. More important is his attack position effect, which allows you to get over problematic monsters with large fronts, and honestly, I didn't know it had an attack effect until I started playing Duel Links. We've got Utopia as well. He's okay. He comes up occasionally. We've got Satellar Knight Delteros. This card takes 3 level 4 monsters, which is pretty difficult, but It prevents your opponent from activating cards or effects when you normal or special summon a monster. That's important for stuff like Floodgate. And most importantly, you can detach an Xyz material to pop a card on the field. That comes up a lot. Force Focus is our generic rank 6 that we go into. You can negate the effect of a level 5 or higher effect monster your opponent controls as a quick effect. And double Gagaga Samurai is important for facilitating OTKs. And Swordbreaker is our targeted rank 6, we'll say. If it's turn 2 and we know what our opponent's on, sometimes they just don't have an out to Cataster. So, let's check out a game. Our match is against someone named Pud, with an exclamation mark. Not exactly sure how they got that through the chat filter. We're playing Yuma and Astral, which is frustrating. It's a strict nerf to Automata play to have to listen to Yuma talk for the entire game. Hey, I don't write the rules. We're playing the Spooky Mat and the Spooky Sleeves because it's the spooky month. At King of Games level, there's really only one thing you would expect Yami Yugi players to be on, and that's Dark Magician. Unsurprisingly, that's what our opponent is playing. We've opened a weird hand. Of course, every hand is functionally identical when you're playing Automata play, but I don't actually want to summon any of this. I just pass it back to my opponent, we'll keep them in the dark a little longer, and I think it's pretty unlikely that my opponent is going to OTK me with Dark Magician. I guess if they drew Dark Magic Curtain, maybe they could, but many decks aren't even on it. They're going to lead with a copy of Magician's Rod. Ugh, this deck is just as annoying as it is in the TCG. They have Rod and Circle and Navigation. All they need is a Dark Magician. They do whiff the Circle, which doesn't happen often, and I'm very happy for that. They're going to attack directly for 16, but no big deal. We still have a ton of life points to work with. So we have the immediate counter to this issue. We're going to fire off this copy of Hatronade. In order to return this copy of Magician's Navigation to hand, they elect not to activate it, either because they don't have a copy of Dark Magician, or because they don't want to commit to the board yet. We're going to activate Automata Play afterwards to get the terrible threesome, Zubaba Bancho, Gagaga Coat, Gagaga Mancer, and Utopic Onomatopoeia. We're going to start by normal summoning this copy of Utopic Onomatopoeia. We'll activate its effect. Our Zubaba summon is going to be Zubaba Bancho, Gagaga Coat, and our Gagaga summon is going to be Gagaga Mancer. From here we can overlay for one copy of Gagaga Samurai, and then activate its effect, detaching Zubaba Bancho Gagaga Coat in order to give it 2 attacks. From there, we can activate Gagaga Mancer's effect, bringing back this copy of Zubaba Bancho Gagaga Coat, and overlaying once again. We'll use this Gagaga Samurai's effect on itself, and then when Gagaga Mancer is detached as material, it can give a monster 500 additional attacks, so it'll make OTKing just a little bit easier. We're going to set our Forbidden Lance and get in, and thankfully our opponent doesn't have anything with which to interact with us. We'll get in for lethal. So that's that. While the deck is certainly a little one-note right now, what I like about this archetype is it has more room to grow than pretty much everything. At the time of recording, the new mini-box had not yet come out, but when it does, Diamond Direwolf and Black Ship of Corn will be released, and as more powerful rank 4 staples come into the Duel Links card pool, this deck is only going to get stronger and stronger. I'd consider it if you're looking for a fun deck that spams quickly.